All right, so we look at the various forms that punishment can take. All punishing consequences fall into one of two categories. So first we have the presentation punishment. That involves presenting a new stimulus, presumably something that a learner finds unpleasant and doesn't want. That could be a scolding, teacher scowls, but you also have to keep in mind, by what we've previously talked about, sometimes some students find that rewarding or reinforcing just because at least it is your attention as a teacher. But presentation punishment, that would be most of the time, 90% of the time, scolding and teacher scowls would be something that the learner would not want to happen. All right, the second type of punishment is the removal punishment. That involves removing an existing stimulus or state of affairs, presumably one that a learner finds desirable, and they don't want to lose that, whatever it is. So something might be a loss of a privilege, a fine or a penalty. It could be grounding. That could be eating lunch with the teacher instead of their peers. It could be not getting a full recess. It could be having to stay in study hall. It could be not going on a field trip. That is the removal punishment. All right, the timeout also falls under that category, and that is where a learner is placed in a dull, boring situation with no opportunities for reinforcement or social interaction. Now, keep in mind, that is not an area where you cannot see them. It's not a room, a closet. You put them in there and shut the door in the dark. It's just a place removed so they can't get the reinforcement from their peers or from you. Research says timeout, appropriate timeout, is 1 minute times the child's age. Now, I'm sure, as me being 47 years old, that 47 minutes would be a little bit of a stretch for a timeout from me, even though I could have a good nap during that time. When you're talking about younger kids, 1 minute times their age. So if you're 5, no more than 5 minutes in timeout. What you're wanting them to do is get themselves calmed down and time out enough to where they've got control of their behavior again. If that takes 1 minute, if that takes 2 minutes, if that takes the 5 minutes, you want the child to stop whatever the undesired behavior that they were doing. There's a couple videos there that you can watch. Tell me your feelings about timeout. Or about the two different types. Maybe tell me which one you prefer, presentation punishment or the removal punishment. Which works better in your life? Just reflect some.